Welcome to today's lesson on direct, inverse, and joint variations. We've previously gone over direct and inverse variations. But first, before we get to joint variations, we will refresh ourselves. So direct variation is a linear relationship having the form y equals kx. And inverse variation is a linear relationship of the form y equals k divided by x. Both of them will have the non-zero constant k in their equations. We've asked these questions yesterday. How can we use variation to find a missing value? Well, we can find k using the two values that we do know, and then we write another equation using k, and we plug in our values and we know, and we can solve for what we don't know. So if we look at example 1, the value of y varies directly with x. Y equals 30 and x equals 10. So we know y equals k times x because it's directly. K equals y over x. So we get k equals 3. That means we have an equation of y equals 3 times x. Then we need to find y when x equals 25. So y equals 3 times 25, which is 75. So those are our two answers for number 1. In number 2, the value of y varies inversely with x, and y equals 50 when x equals 0.5. So that means y equals k divided by x, or k equals x times y. So 0.5 times 50 gives me a k value of 25. So that equation that relates the two is y equals 25 over x. So now I want to find y when x equals 10. So y equals 25 over 10, or y equals 2.5. Number 3, the value of y varies directly with x, and x equals 4 when y equals 8. So once again, direct variation. Y equals k times x. We plug it in. 8 equals k times 4. K equals 2. And we use that to write our equation. Y equals 2x. So then find y when x equals 12. Y equals 2 times 12, or 24. And last one here, the value of y varies inversely with x. X equals 5/3 when y equals -7. So that's k, y equals k over x. K equals x 5/3 times y, -7. So that equals -35 over 3. So y equals -35 over 3x. So there's our equation. And when we solve it, find y when x equals 3, y equals -35 over 3 times 3, which is -35 over 9. So there's the front of our page. And now let's flip it over. Okay, so now we kind of get into where we actually use these. The amount of money spent at a gas station varies directly with the number of gallons purchased. So we have amount varies directly with amount purchased. K times gallons. So when 11.5 gallons of gas were purchased, the cost was $37.73. How much would 8 gallons cost? So we have y equals kx in this case. So we know 37.73 equals k times 8. And when we divide that, we get $4.72. So K equals 4.72. How much would 8 gallons cost? So Y equals 4.72 times 8 which gives us $37. Do that right. Or did I not do the first one right? Oh, I messed up the beginning. Hold on, let's go back. Should put 11 in there. So we'll try that again. I knew something was wrong. So when we do 37.73 divided by 11, we get 3.43. So now we can say Y equals 8 times our 3.43. The K value is 3.43. And overall, that means it cost $27.44. And the K value in this case stands for price per gallon. Okay. The time it takes to complete a project varies inversely with the number of employees. If 3 people can complete the project in 7 days, how long will it take 5 people? So Y equals K over X. So we know 3 people takes 7 days. So 7 equals K over 3. So in this case, K is 21. So how long will it take 5 people? Y equals 21 over 5, which is 4 1/5 days to complete. So in this case, 21 is the rate it takes. It's how many days it would take one person to complete the project. It would take one person 21 days. All right, now we're going to talk about joint variation. This is a linear relationship having the form Z equals K times X times Y. So now we have 3 variables. The non-zero constant K in the equation is still there. You can now say Z varies jointly with X and Y. So we write the joint variation equation, plug in X, Y, and Z, find K, and then plug it back in. So example 1, the value of Z varies jointly with X and Y. Z equals K, X, Y. And Y equals -6 when X equals 2 and Z equals 24. So 24 equals K times 2 times -6. So we end up with K equal to -2. So our equation is Z equals -2XY. And now we need to find Z when we know these two X values. Z equals -2 times -4 times 5, which gives me 40. So when it varies jointly, it means it means directly, basically, for an extra variable. So same thing with number 2. Z varies jointly with X and Y. So Z is 12. We don't know. We have to find K. X is 8 and Y is 6. So that's 12 equals K times 48. So K equals 1/4. So our equation is Z equals 1/4 XY. And then we can find Z when X equals -4 and Y equals 5. So we have 1/4 times -4 times 5. 4's go away. Z equals -5. Now, you could have something where it says the value of something varies directly with x and inversely with y, and that would mean you'd have something that looked like z equals k directly with x, inversely with y. That's what that would look like. And that is our direct, inverse, and joint variation. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.